us here would say that we have at least one hobby. Whether it's art, sports, reading, or whatever it is, hobbies have a power to shape us, comfort us, and sometimes they even introduce us to people who become important in our lives. For me, that started with a small and probably forgettable introduction to video games, my main hobby. That changed the course of my life more than I could have ever imagined. So, today, I want to talk about how one short and ephemeral introduction to video games turned into a life-changing hobby. It all started when I was around 7 years old. I had begged my mom to get me a PlayStation and the school game I found online called Minecraft. I honestly just wanted to try playing it with my friends because the game looked so cool to me. The main reason I wanted one was because I saw that my friends also had a console, and so I naturally also wanted one. Eventually, I managed to finally convince my mom to get me a PlayStation and the game. Honestly, at that time, I didn't realize just how important this moment would be for me, and I didn't understand much of what was going on. In fact, I barely even knew how to use a controller. It was a very captivating moment. So, every day, I used to use my PlayStation for exactly 2 hours, since that's as much as my mom would allow me. In fact, I was playing offline the whole time without an account, but I still found so much joy in it. Over time, I started to get more and more passionate about the game. Every single day, I would get home from school and play for PlayStation for 2 hours with my friends. Then the rest of the day, play with my Legos. Those ephemeral moments weren't just childhood games. They built lifelong memories. Now, today, after several thousand hours of gaming and countless sleepless nights later, I realized that this was one of the best decisions I could have ever made. I still remember some very peculiar moments. From the time my sleep schedule became so bad I started sleeping at 1, just gaming the whole night, PM by the way, or when I became so invested in a game called War Thunder that it basically shaped my whole personality. I couldn't even stop talking about it, even to people who didn't play it. Just ask the NXT. I think I can confidently say that this was one of the best decisions I could have ever made. If I had to imagine my first introduction to video games, it wouldn't involve some elaborate first time having figured everything out, having decided to try that for a proper reason other than just it seems cool and fun. It involves little me, trying something out that I felt would be really fun. And honestly, sometimes the best hobbies are made from that. Now, my first takeaway that I have for you is that hobbies, passions, and interests can change our lives forever. And that small, seemingly insignificant moments can matter more than we give them credit for. I'm sure that we can all here remember at least one small moment in our past that could change our life today. If so, maybe you can do one small thing today that can really change your life in the future. Whether it's trying a new hobby, meeting a new person, learning more about them, learning something new, or anything else. Little moments like these can compound into something that can transform our lives into something truly wonderful. My second takeaway that I have for you is that video games aren't as bad as they are made out to be. Even if it's just subconsciously, many of us often have biases that video games are these superficial sources of quick entertainment that are rather useless and something else like doing art or playing a musical instrument is seen as more of a proper hobby. This is simply just not true. While there are many important concerns for video games and their addictive nature and ability to distract you from things like your career, there are also many health benefits and many people have healthy balances with gaming in their lives. In fact, according to WebMD, video games have many mental health benefits, including fostering social interactions, building emotional resilience, aiding in mental health recovery, and more. I'm not going to say that video games are super amazing or superior to any other hobbies. Rather, I just want to highlight that the stigma that exists around them is simply uncalled for and inaccurate. Now, I want to end off with one last point. I do not want you to remember this speech for who I am or to be impressed with me. Rather, I want you to remember this speech for the ideas that I have presented and the takeaways that I have left. That the stigma around gaming is simply uncalled for and inaccurate, and that small moments today can create big things tomorrow. Thank you.